Khorramshahr is a city in and the capital of Khorramshahr County, Khuzestan Province, Iran. At the 2006 census, its population was 123,866, in 26,385 families. Khorramshahr is a port city located approximately 10 kilometers north of Abadan. The city extends to the right bank of the Arvand Rud waterway near its confluence with the Haffar arm of the Karun River. The city was a ghost town in the 1986 census because of the Iran-Iraq war, but now it is a fairly big city again, as it was before the war. History. In ancient times, the area where the city exists today was under the waters of the Persian Gulf, before becoming a part of the vast marshlands and the tidal flats at the mouth of the Karun River. The small town known as Piyin, and later Bayan, appeared in the area no sooner than the late Parthian time in the 1st century AD. Whether or not this was located at the where Khorramshahr is today, is highly debatable. During the Islamic centuries, the Dalamite Buwayhid king, Ad ad-Dawla, ordered the digging of a canal to join Karun River. The extra water made the joint estuary more reliably navigable. The channel thus created was known as the Haffar, Arabic for excavated, dug out, which exactly described what the channel was. The Haffar soon became the main channel of the Karun, as it is in the present day. The name of the town was changed to Khorramshahr following Reza Khan's rise to power. Iran-Iraq War. During the Iran-Iraq War, it was extensively ravaged by Iraqi forces as a result of Saddam Hussein's scorched earth policy. Prior to the war, Khorramshahr had grown extensively to become Iran's primary non-oil port city, and home to some of the most sprawling neighborhoods in Iran. The population was predominantly wealthy and upper class, and along with Abadan, the prevalent culture was that of modern Iranian cosmopolitanism. The Battle of Khorramshahr was the first major engagement between Iraqi and Iranian forces in the war. After occupying the city on October 26, the city remained in Iraqi hands until April 1982, when the Iranians launched Operation Bait al-Muqaddas to recapture the Khuzestan Province. The first attack consisted of 70,000 Pashtun and succeeded in pushing the Iraqis out of the Ahvaz-Suzangad area. The Iraqis withdrew back to Khorramshahr and, on May 20, launched a counter-attack against the Iranians, which was repulsed. The Iranians then launched an all-out assault on Khorramshahr, capturing two of the defense lines in the Polino and Shalamcha region. The Iranians gathered around the Shat al-Arab waterway, surrounding the city and, thus, beginning the second siege. The Iranians finally recaptured the city on May 24 after 2 days of bitter fighting, capturing 19,000 soldiers from a demoralized Iraqi army after the fighting was over. As a result, the Iraqis now know May 24 as Bad Lucky Day, although the Iranians celebrate the day as the liberation of Khorramshahr. By the end of the war, Khorramshahr had been completely devastated, with very few buildings left intact. Other major urban centers such as Abadan and Arvaz were also left in ruins, though nowhere nearly as bad as Khorramshahr. The city of Khorramshahr was one of the primary and most important front lines of the war and has thus achieved mythic status amongst the Iranian population. Because of the war, the population of Khorramshahr dropped from 146,706 in the 1976 census to 0 in the 1986 census. The population reached 34,750 in the 1991 census, and by the 2006 census it reached 123,866. And according to World Gazetteer, year. Its population as of 2012 is 138,398, making the population close to what it was before the war. Economy. The economy of Khorramshahr is still largely affected by the destruction and depopulation of the city's residents in the 1980s during the first years of the Iran-Iraq War. The main activities are, however, essentially the same as before the war: petroleum production and exports and imports through the city port, though on a much smaller scale, as restoration is not yet totally complete, even though 3 decades have passed since the end of the war. Residents originally from Khorramshahr have also slowly been returning to the city, rebuilding the houses and businesses. Climate. Khorramshahr has long, hot summers and mild, short winters. The mean temperature in summer is 36 degrees Celsius. Maximum temperature in summer could soar up to 55 degrees Celsius, while in winters the minimum temperature could fall around 1 degree Celsius. The annual rainfall is about 140 millimeters. Khorramshahr experiences many sandstorms. Marine Science and Technology University of Khorramshahr. In 1976, in Filia, an area bordering the port city of Khorramshahr, the Persian Gulf southern branch of Arvand University, Arvaz, was established, comprising 2 colleges, the College of Marine Sciences and the College of Maritime Management and Economics. But this newly established center was closed soon after due to the war imposed on Iran. This college recommenced academically in 1993, admitting 10 Mega-Siemens students in the fields of physical oceanography and marine biology on Shahid Shamran's campus. With the start of the post-war reconstruction of the war-torn cities of Abadan and Khorramshahr in 1998, the southern branch was moved back to Khorramshahr, expanding its academic scope by admitting undergraduate students in the fields of marine biology, environmental sciences and fisheries. In 2003, this institute separated from Shahid Shamran University and became Khorramshahr University of Marine Science and Technology. With access to open waters, the Shat al-Arab and Barmanshir rivers, and adjacent to the Shadigan and Hor swamps, situated in the Arvand Free Zone. Notable people: Mohsen Rastani, photographer.